Mateusz Gamrot taking on Dan Hooker on the main card at UFC 304. Similar age, little height advantage, and a big reach advantage for Dan Hooker, who's on a 2-fight winning streak, knockout on Claudio Puelles, and then a banger. Fight of the night, war, bloody mess. Dan Hooker, Jalen Turner, absolutely amazing fight. Of course, he did get knocked out by Arnold Allen before that when he went down 145 pounds, and he got submitted by Islam Makhachev before that. But if we're looking throughout the career of Dan Hooker, when he is fighting grapplers, he doesn't actually fight a lot of grapplers, let's be honest, but when he has fought them, Jim Miller, Gilbert Burns, and then now Islam Makhachev, he's been successful in 2 of them, able to counter the grapplers and knock them out on the feet in round number 1. Except for Islam, which was short notice. He didn't have any training going into that fight. Got submitted. Everyone thought that was going to happen, though. Now he's finally fighting another grappler. I mean, Claudio Puelles is the other one, I guess, and he was able to knock him out as well. But none of these guys, except for, I guess, Gilbert Burns, are on the level of Mateusz Gamrot when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to grappling and jiu-jitsu. Obviously, Islam is a lot better, though. Gamrot, his only loss recently has been Dariush, because Dariush was able to defend and clearly outstrike him on the feet. Of course, Dan Hooker should be able to clearly outstrike Mateusz Gamrot on the feet. Taller, lengthier, better volume, better power, better kicking, better boxing, better striking overall. But of course, we all know the X factor of Gamrot is going to be his pace, his pressure, his come forward attitude, and his wrestling. So this one is really going to come down to, can Dan Hooker defend not all of the takedowns, but a good portion of the takedowns. And when he does get taken down, because it is an inevitability, it's an inevitability that he's going to be taken down in this fight, can he limit damage? What I'm saying there is, it's going to happen. Gamrot is going to take down Hooker, but when the fight does go to the ground, when Gamrot does get the takedowns, can he limit how many times Gamrot's able to land ground and pound, go for submission attempts, and really make it kind of like a stalemate on the ground where neither guy's really doing a whole lot of anything? And if he can do that, and if he's able to clearly outstrike Gamrot on the feet, the judges will see that Gamrot wasn't able to do anything on the ground, wasn't able to ground and pound, wasn't able to get close to any submissions, and Hooker was able to land some good knees, some good elbows, some shots to the side of the head when Gamrot was going in for the takedown, maybe cut up Gamrot on the feet as well. I mean, there's a lot of things Hooker can do to win this fight, and it's all stemming from, of course, he's going to get taken down, but can he limit what Gamrot's able to do? Personally, I think it's possible, very, very possible, and that is why Dan Hooker should not be this big of an underdog, but I think Gamrot will be able to at least get the takedowns and land some ground and pound. That's really going to be the it factor, is how much ground and pound can Gamrot land? Can he get close to submissions? And I think he will be able to land a decent amount of ground and pound. So Hooker, if you're watching this video, you're probably not. I'm not that big of a YouTube channel, but all you got to do, man, outstrike him on the feet for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of every single round. I know that's all you got to do is this, but that's pretty much what you got to do. And when it does hit the ground, grab wrists. And Gamrot, if you can stalemate him, make it boring as heck on the ground with Gamrot not landing anything, you not landing anything, not making any risky moves or anything like that, and they'll see how you've been able to outstrike him on the feet. They'll give you the nod. So that'd be my advice. I know shouldn't be giving you advice. I haven't had an amateur MMA fight, a pro MMA fight. I've had semi-amateur MMA fights. So again, I shouldn't be giving you advice, but that's what I would do if I was Hooker going into this fight. But it's a good one. Just kidding. It's not. If it goes the way I think it will, it's not going to be a fun fight, in my opinion. I think Gamrot's just going to grind with that wrestling and grappling. Gamrot by unanimous decision.